welcome back to the podcast. This is Haley Sohn, nutritionist, weight loss expert. You are listening to Weight Loss Without Dieting, and this is one of my walk and talk episodes where I take you out on a walk with me. It's a little less formal than me, having a bunch of notes written down and kind of taking you through that. And it's also sometimes you get to hear the sounds of nature while I walk, cars, dogs, all the things. Okay, so today we are talking about 4 things that will cause you to gain weight and what to do instead. And the what to do instead is extremely simple and something that you can absolutely implement right away without anything extra. It's something I teach all of my clients to do. It's kind of a basic principle of weighing what you want while eating foods that you like. So I'm going to go over that at the end. I do want to mention, if you have not booked your free weight loss consultation with me, absolutely do that. If you listen to this podcast regularly, you are stuck somewhere in your weight loss journey. Something isn't working, and most likely it's a really simple fix. So the weight loss consultations I provide, they're free, but they're also diagnostic. So I'm going to tell you which of 3 weight loss resistance types you are struggling with that's keeping you stuck. And we're going to work on a plan of how to move through that so that you can start losing weight. I'm going to put the link to book that in the show notes. It's extremely simple. Go book that now. There's really no point in waiting. Okay. So on to, I will also mention, I am out of breath because I am 8 months pregnant, pushing my baby stroller up a hill. This is the other benefit of these walk and talk episodes, me huffing and puffing. Okay, anyways. So, 4 things you're doing that are causing you to gain weight that you don't even realize you're doing. And actually, all of these are things that you're probably doing while you're eating food or right before you eat. So that's one kind of cue to yourself. Right before you put something in your mouth, slowing it down and asking yourself what's going on in your mind. So the first one is talking down to yourself while you're eating or before you're eating. Shaming, blaming, being mean to yourself. This is so common. Almost everyone I talk to does this. And a lot of it is we're not even consciously aware that we're doing it. We don't even realize that we're being mean to ourselves, that we're talking down to ourselves, that we're, saying all these extremely rude and nasty things. Ew, I can't believe you're eating that. I can't believe you want to eat that. You want to lose weight. What's wrong with you for even wanting to eat that? It's ridiculous. That's gross. I can't believe you just ate that. That's disgusting. Why would you do that? That's how we talk to ourselves about food. All these really negative, sometimes they're not that negative or not that mean, but it can also look like come on, get it together. Stop thinking about food. Stop wanting to eat donuts. Like that kind of like coachy voice. So it can come in many different forms, but whatever that looks like for you personally, that kind of self-talk doesn't ever get you where you think or where you're wanting it to get you. And again, most of that is usually unconscious until you kind of slow down and start paying attention. And it just comes from, an earlier time in your life when you were trying to lose weight and you thought that you needed to talk to yourself that way. You heard somebody else talking, that way. Like that show, The Biggest Loser, where people are just getting basically like berated into losing weight. Like we think that that's going to work if we turn that around on ourselves. And it really doesn't. It does not. What we're ultimately looking for in this weight loss journey is to have confidence around food and our ability to eat for our metabolism, to eat based on what our body's asking for, to really slow down and be able to do that, and to also enjoy indulgences without really wanting to, go crazy and eat all of them. That's the ultimate goal. And we don't get there. Confidence doesn't look like being mean to ourselves and blaming ourselves. Sorry, I'm walking up the street and somebody with one of those grass blowers is like in the middle of the road changing course. Okay, so all that really harsh self-talk, not getting where you want, being aware of it is really the first step. You have to know that it's happening and what your brain is telling you in those moments. Second, thinking about the social situation that you're in, like making that the forefront of your thoughts. So a lot of times, we're at a restaurant with a group. Maybe this is for work. Maybe this is, with friends or family. What is everyone else ordering? Are they judging me? What are they thinking about what I order? I need to fit in, or I want to fit in, or everyone else is eating right now. So I'm going to do it too. I don't want to be the odd man out. I don't want anyone judging me. My husband's going to be mad if I don't, order something, or if I don't eat all of it. My kids didn't finish their food. I need to finish it for them so we don't throw it away. We're on vacation, so I don't want to have leftovers. I have to eat everything. All of those types of thoughts are not serving you during those meals. And we tend to get really wrapped up in the social aspect of the meals and what other people are thinking, what other people are doing, and how that's going to affect us. And I've talked about this at least recently. You're never going to truly know what other people are thinking about what you're eating or what you're ordering. So you might as well just decide that they think it's really great that you can go to a restaurant and order something lighter than they're ordering, or take the bun off your burger, or get a side salad instead of fries. You might as well think that they're like, wow, that's amazing. I wish I could do that. Because you really don't have a clue what they're thinking. And when it comes to those closer relationships, like your husband, I go through this on a regular basis, and a lot of my clients do too, where your husband wants you to participate in the meal with him, even though he has a completely different metabolism and can maybe eat a lot heavier and a lot more frequently than you can. He still thinks that you should be ordering if he's ordering, you should be eating if he's eating, that if you order something, you should finish it because he's paying for it. Like all that type of stuff. And, don't order the thing that's too big because you never finish it. But you have to order something, like all those like unspoken, unwritten rules that, he's kind of come up with or that have developed in your relationship that you're really worried about how this is going to play out for your relationship. Instead of focusing on that, try to think of ways that you can, be strong in whatever your decision is. For me, this really just looked like letting go, like allowing my husband to have whatever emotion he's going to have around my decision. That this is my choice. I know my body. I know how I want to feel. And if he's going to get upset or angry or mad or sad or throw a fit about that, that's okay. I'm just going to allow him to have that because this is what's best for me. And that really helped me a lot. It's helped a lot of my clients in just knowing that whatever his thoughts or emotions are about your choice, they're his. And you can't affect that one way or another. And I'm not going to, people please just to keep him in a good mood. I'm not going to change my actions just to keep him in a good mood. And I kind of one way that helps me with my husband, it might help you with yours depending on his temperament, but I always think about it like if I turn the tables, like if I was him and he was me and he wasn't hungry, but I wanted to go out to eat and I wanted him to eat with me. And I was prepared to throw a fit if he didn't want to order, if he wasn't hungry. He would be like, okay. He would be like, I don't really care. You're making yourself look stupid. Why do you care that I don't want to order? Like, that's literally how he would handle it. So I just kind of think about that. Like, how would he handle this same situation if the tables were turned? He would not give a crap. He would let me make a fool out of myself at a dinner table, getting upset, getting angry, ruining our evening because he wasn't ordering. And he'd be like, whatever, this is your problem, not mine. So sometimes, depending on how your husband handles things, that might be helpful too. Like, how would he handle this if the tables were turned? Okay. Number 3, justifying the food. We do this a lot. It's very hard to detect because it feels justified, because we're like, oh, this is totally okay. This is not a big deal. I should be eating, this cookie right now because it's Linda's birthday and they're here and we never have cookies in the office. And I've been wanting a cookie all day and it's been a super stressful day and I'm going to have 5. And that's totally okay because all I've had to eat today was an apple. And so these 5 cookies don't matter. Like, we come up with, our brain is really good at that, at flying all of this food under the radar by telling us why it's justified. And that doesn't mean that cookies are never justified. It means that just eating for that reason consistently is going to cause you to gain weight. Every single person I work with goes through this, where they really start paying attention to their eating and their food. Sometimes I talk about like emotional eaters or stress eaters or like really intense cravings. And people who say, I don't really struggle with that, this is what they're struggling with. They just don't realize it. So it's not coming across as this really intense emotion. I have to eat these cookies because I'm super stressed out and I can't, I don't want to be in this stressed out moment right now, or I'm super bored and I really just need something to do. And so the cookies are that thing for me to do. they don't identify as that. They're like, I'm just like eating cookies. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not an emotional eater. I'm not a stress eater. It's not this like intense emotion surrounding the food, but I am eating things that I know aren't helping me lose weight. If that's you, likely you are justifying it in one way or another. And this can even look like justifying healthy things. So like, let's say you went to a party last night, you overdid it. Today you wake up and you're like, all right, we're going to eat really healthy and clean. I have to eat, I don't know, veggie scramble for breakfast and a huge fruit smoothie. And what your body is really telling you is, we're not hungry right now. We're not prepared to digest more food. Please give us a break. But instead of listening to that, you're justifying eating a ton of, it's healthy, but it's not what your body's asking for right now. So this one can come up too, especially with those of you who are like, I eat clean, but I don't weigh what I want. If you're overeating, it doesn't matter how healthy it is, you're not going to weigh what you want. You really need to dial this in and know where your metabolism is. And so that's a huge piece of this. So justified eating is kind of the basis of all of that. And being aware of where your brain is saying, this is totally justified, it's healthy. I'm not hungry. I don't have any physical need for this right now, but it's healthy. So I'm going to eat it. So huge. And number 4, the shoulds. Oh my God. The shoulds. So many of you are shoulding all over yourself all the time. I should eat this. I should want to do this. I should go to the gym. I should cut out chocolate. I shouldn't want to eat carbs. I shouldn't want to have a donut. I shouldn't have eaten that pizza. All these shoulds, like literally, just get rid of them. They're not serving you in any way, shape, or form. They're never going to help you get to your weight loss goal. They're, in fact, a huge contributor to your weight gain and to you just generally feeling shitty about yourself around food is because of the shoulds. They serve absolutely no purpose. That word does not belong in any of our vocabularies. I so strongly believe, after doing this type of coaching work for years now, I'm just like, what is the purpose of this word? It never makes us feel good. Only makes us feel bad and helpless and hopeless and defeated. And it's not going to get you where you want. So what I direct all my clients to do, there is no should. I want to and I don't want to. I want to eat healthy. I want to eat for my metabolism. I want to feel energized and light. I don't want to overeat cookies. I want to enjoy one cookie. Like, that feels so much better. It feels so much more empowering. It is actually going to get you much closer to the results that you're looking for than any shoulds. So having awareness around that word, where it's popping up, how you're using it, and then replacing, like deciding, what do I actually want? Should is never a want. It's like an outside. I've been talking about the big sister lately, like this big sister that's like, yeah, this is what you need to do to lose weight. And you're just like, shut up. But maybe she's right and I have to listen. That's what should is. Oh, I should do that because that's what the diet says. I shouldn't want to eat junk food because I want to lose weight. that feels like crap. That comes from this outside force. It's not what you actually want to do. You just feel like that's what you have to do in order to get where you want to be. And like someone else is forcing you to do it. So drop the shoulds, not useful. So here are the basically the very simple thing that you need to be thinking about when you're eating. Super straightforward, super simple. So I mentioned like everything that the 4 things that I talked about in today's episode, all are what you're thinking while you're eating or right before or right after you eat. So here's what you actually need to think about while you're eating. It's 2 things. How the food tastes. So you're actively engaging with how it tastes. You're not just putting it in your mouth mindlessly while scrolling on your phone with the TV on, with your kids yelling in the background, with your computer, open for your work email, while judging yourself for eating this food or justifying the food. You're not doing any of that. You're actively thinking about how the food tastes. How does this food taste? Like literally, that's your question. How does it taste? Super simple. And the second thing to be thinking about while you're eating, during your meal, before you start, when you're finished, how full am I? Where's my satiety? Using those 2 as your guidepost is crucial for weight loss. So the first, how does this food taste? We are so disengaged with what we're eating nowadays. A lot of times we're just eating stuff because we think we like it, because it's there, because everybody else is doing it. We don't even like it. We don't like the food. It's really important. If you're going to be eating something, like it, enjoy it, taste it. That's what it's for. It's not what it's for, but that's a big part of it. The reason that we eat is because it tastes good. So like it, enjoy it, be present with it. Ask yourself, how does this taste? It tastes really good. Love the texture. This is one of my favorite foods. Love how this makes me feel physically. And then asking yourself about your satiety. This is where your metabolism comes in, and knowing your metabolism. Everyone's is different, but your body, your metabolism is talking to you all the time. It's giving you a lot of information. We are socialized out of being able to listen to that and hear that. Getting yourself back to being able to listen to that and hear that is about simple questions like, how full am I? Like, really, it can be that basic. So you're eating your meal and you're asking yourself, how full am I now? I was pretty hungry when I started. How does my stomach feel right now at this point? Do I feel nothing down there? Do I feel like stretching, tumbling dryer, cold water, warm steam? Do I feel expansion, pressure, gurgling, discomfort, bloating? All of those are indicators of how this food is working for you, how it's not working for you, and when you need to stop eating in order to lose weight. So simple. This is what will help you lose weight, actually. All right, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Talk to you soon. Bye.